Paula, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Pawla Gallup, founder and CEO of PBG Consulting. PBG is a woman-owned, woman-run strategic consulting firm where we take a tech-centric approach to mission enablement. We specialize in serving the U.S. federal government in providing them portfolio program and project management transformations. We basically develop strategic plans that support their missions, stand up agile and safe agile frameworks to get their product deployments faster, and instill smart IT governance. And we basically do that by leveraging extensive expertise to deliver tech-forward enterprise process improvements using automations and low-code tools. Data analytics, data visualization, and the full realm of data science is definitely a field that we are expanding into, and we are providing some level of services to our current client base in those areas.
Yeah, and Colaberry is all about female empowerment, and females aren't as represented in this field, as and you see that 40%, 43% of our students are female. So Colaberry has done a lot towards getting females into these positions like they should be, right? Like they should be and be recognized in this field, okay? So awesome. Great to hear about you and Deidre. All right, Paula?
Ditto. I definitely enjoyed your presentation, Stephanie. I enjoyed your excitement, your passion. It came right through as you were presenting the data. You definitely knew how to tell the story, and you were very systematic in telling the story of, from the beginning, the objective. He wanted the promotion all the way to the opportunity that he took over and how he went about it. So it was very methodical. I definitely appreciated that. I agree in a sense where some of the slides had a lot of data that if you had presented it maybe slightly differently, then we're able to catch from it what is really essential. Also, I was thinking on some of the slides where you were describing Tom's recommendations. I was hoping to see really the correlation. I know you spoke to it a little bit, that based on this data, this is the recommendation, but I was hoping to see maybe more of a visual, because in one of the slides, at least I couldn't understand really how did he come up with this recommendation. But otherwise, I enjoyed your presentation and I definitely learned something new today. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Paula?
All right, amazing presentation, Mary. This is, I would say, a complex topic, and you definitely did an excellent job in setting the stage at the beginning by telling the story and giving us some context and some background, and then highlighting the objectives of your presentation and what you're trying to achieve. You definitely explain the methodology and the framework that you've used to look at the data and how you went about it. You had a ton of data, a ton of KPIs that you've looked at. What I would say is, from an improvement perspective, on when you displayed the first slide where you showed and said, hey, this is what I did. I created this dashboard and these are the different charts that I went about. What I would recommend is, since you already put the data on that slide, is to go ahead and start talking about it, because I made a note here and I'm like, oh, she didn't explain the data on the dashboard, but then 2 slides later, you started explaining. So it would be nice to sort of have that flow, is when you're showing the dashboard, starting to explain the data on it, and then explaining perhaps the data, not just from a numbers perspective, but more from a story perspective. Because as I said, it's a ton of data, it's a complex topic, it's a sad topic, unfortunately, but this topic matters, and we all need to be educated on this topic and take part in doing something about it. So the other thing I would say is, I would have loved to see a summary slide to give an overview of the data and insights. So you did a fabulous job in clicking on the charts and sort of displaying the different data and explaining it. What I would have liked to see is some sort of like a summary slide that is not based on the dashboard and the charts, but something more that I can relate to outside of the dashboard perspective. And then all the way at the end, your suggestions/recommendations slide. And this is feedback I give to my team all the time. It is very wordy. Less words, maybe think of creating a table. Hey, these are the facts, therefore this is the recommendation. That would also visually be more appealing and be more engaging. Otherwise, great job. You may have been nervous a little bit, but your data definitely showed for itself. So thank you very much.
Awesome, Paula. Paula.
Agreed. This is definitely a great experience. I know, Mary, you're saying, hey, this is a good experience. It builds confidence. And absolutely, I will share a quick anecdote. I am mentoring one of the women in my firm, and one of the objectives is for her to build more confidence in speaking and presenting presentations. And my feedback to her was around developing your talking points for every slide, and rehearsing your presentation in front of others, potentially peers, colleagues, etc., and asking them to critique it, asking them to provide you with potential questions that may come up as you are presenting this in real life. And then preparing a cheat sheet with all those questions so that you can feel confident when you are standing in front of a crowd and being able to present and knowing what to expect for questions. And of course, if there is a question that comes up that you don't know the answer, it's always good to say, I do not know the answer to this, but I will research it and get back to you. So this is definitely a great process, a great learning experience. And I've definitely enjoyed both of the ladies and both of their presentation. I think between Stephanie's enthusiasm and passion and creating that memorable experience for us, and Mary's data and technical dashboards and display of the KPIs, if we merge the two together, you've got an amazing presentation. So really enjoyed this process, and thank you for being a part of it.
We have our CEO on tonight, CEO of Colaberry, Mr. Ram Kadamarajan. Ram, what's your feedback for tonight?
Well, first of all, Deirdre and Paula, thank you so much. It's so exciting to see you guys here, and both of you ladies at the same time. That's fantastic, and really appreciate you for coming over and giving the feedback. And hopefully the stories that I told you, and maybe they met your expectations. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. But so yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate, like we have other person had to could not present today for personal issues, but I hope like you got the gist of like the work that we are doing. And as you know, like this is just tip of the iceberg, because there are many others who are going through the process. And less than a year ago, they had like no idea what database is, what a table is, what data is, and this is where they are. And that too, they are here by learning it part-time, right? They had like other jobs and other life going on. So yeah, and thank you so much like for coming today and being part of our journey. It's truly memorable for me. And Ahmed, you did a great job. Good to see our alums coming and like basically giving amazing feedback and like presenting themselves so well, right? It's like they all went through the same situation, and like they're like the judges, and
That's
very
right.
articulate.
Look, Rob, I remember Ahmed was in this position, and he's just matured so much, so much. He was just a student a few years ago. Now he's giving feedback like a boss, right? Like you don't question him. He's got his stuff together.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, today's presentation, like that, awesome, great stories. And I think your objectives met. You want us to remember your story, and I don't think every time I see a vending machine I'm going to like remember this presentation. And great job with that. And congratulations, Mary, for making like a fantastic presentation. Very proud of what you guys have done, and glad to know that you are going through the interviews already. And good luck. And hope to see you guys be judges sometime in the future again.
Awesome. So I want to take a little bit of time out to appreciate Pawla, Deidre, and Ahmed for taking your times out. We know, listen, y'all make good money, so we understand, what it's like to dedicate, an hour and a half of your time, and we really appreciate it.
Really appreciate it. I mean, Deirdre is high-powered executive. Pawla is like an accomplished entrepreneur, and we're so glad that you guys are here, and it's very exciting for me to see you guys here.
So much. Thank you for having me. And I already sent an email to our talent acquisition team with the link to everyone's profile. So we'll definitely be checking that out and hopefully be able to employ some of your students in the near future.
Absolutely. We have a pipeline. never ending pipeline.
Great.
It's evergreen because we are creating the talent in our neighborhoods.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
Pawla and Deidre, we really appreciate you, like from the bottom of our heart, coming out. Like, we're trying to make an impact on this world, and we appreciate you taking out the time to just come see what we're doing, and moving forward, we're going to be gearing our projects more towards data science, more towards creating algorithms and being able to solve problems that businesses have. So that's where we're headed to now. I know that you guys know that that's the big thing. That's what we're after, right? And so Colaberry has used AI and machine learning to accelerate the time that it takes you to learn, because we're able to present those pieces to them so they can gain experience without having to go through 3 to 5 years, right? So that's our claim to fame in using AI. Some people use it for things like trying to make money in the stock market or trying to make money gambling or whatever. We use it to educate people so they can obtain this type of career in a shorter period of time than it would normally take them, right? And so that's our process. So thank you for coming out. We really appreciate you guys. All right, we're here every last Thursday of the month. Another Data Talent Showcase. We appreciate you guys for joining. We are out of here tonight. We will be here on the 28th of next month. Thank you for joining us. We are out this thing. You guys have a wonderful evening and weekend.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Sal, Ali, Jack, Thank you.
Had me a good time before my time is up. Hey.